Listen, devil come to me with a deal. Him say sign and say if you're not bust next week. Hear me and say the man you don't know and next better not represent, Big Stone television, So just keep it locked. Cause Big Stone is the real big man. You see me I say?
A very special good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome once again to Big Stone Television. Our series continue with Gone Too Soon. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be presenting to you Arrows, Phillip, Bilbo Linton, producer and owner of Arrows Recording Studio in East Kingston. Let's take a look at the early years. Arrows count among the early sound system pioneers. Started out as a selector, building a name and business. Arrows Sound System started in 1965 when Billy, as he was affectionately known, working from his home, an area known as Dunkirk, Eastern Kingston, along with his brother Ivan, Sonny Linton, and their friend Robert R.O. Johnson, set out to make Arrows a brand. Robert Johnson, Arrows, the nickname by which Johnson was known, had interest in electronics, which for some reason or another, many Jamaican youngsters showed an interest in. From experimenting with telephone earplugs, to making walkie-talkies out of Betty and Nestle cans, to setting up those same telephone earphones upon house top to tune in to the radio. Johnson went beyond experimenting, an electronics engineer in his own right. He built the first amplifier for the outfit. A Grundig radio formed the soul of this amplifier. It was Grundig radios of that era that formed the soul of many amplifiers in the early days of sound systems in Jamaica. A Gerard brand turntable, a most sturdy one, played just an important role as the amplifier, since without this turntable there would have been no music. The order of the day was the sturdy built to last 78 RPM records, the third of the trio in this equation. The earliest of Arrows speaker boxes were constructed from sardine cases with bolted in 8-inch speakers. Soon thereafter, in the early 1970s, Alton King, another technical technician from Jonestown, gave Arrows Sound System, then known as Arrow Disco, a massive transformation. Working from scratch, King built a 3-piece tube amplifier with separate bass section, treble section, and a mid-range section. Undone even after this feat, King integrated a spring reverb and mic stage in the treble section. This allowed the selector at intervals to hit the reverb, which led to prolonged echo enchanting to dancehall music lovers of that period. As it was new, so it was enchanting. Sound box makers of the day also upgraded Arrow sound boxes to plywood material. Several of the early sound systems taken by the music coming out of Black American experience played more disco music than reggae music, and thus Arrows, along with several others, as noted earlier, had named their sound system discos. As with the change in choice of music, less disco and more dancehall, reggae and dub music, the disco was dropped for the more reggae sounding Arrows, the ambassador. With this makeover, Arrows began to focus on playing dancehall, reggae and rubber dub, which was slowly taking over the dancehall along with dub plates, which allowed the upcoming DJs to chant to the rhythm on the mic stage. After all, the mic section was constructed with the DJs in mind. In all this, there was a sound system called Prince Patrick, considered a top sound, also with roots in Eastern Kingston. Its owner was a man named Jackie Birch. With Canada calling, Birch decided to leave Jamaica for Canada. Birch sold his impressive dubplate collections to Arrows. At the time, Prince Patrick, top DJ, was a youth man called Crutches, born Delroy Jones. Wilson was well respected among the DJ fraternity. It was noted that he was among the few DJs that had a few tunes on wax at that time. There were many memorable sound clashes featuring Arrows and other top sounds of the day: Emperor Fate, Stereophonic, Prince Jammies, Kilimanjaro, among others. A 1974 Easter Sunday clash against Emperor Fate at UII Student Union was one of those memorable ones. From all accounts, election year 1976 saw a decline in the number of dances held that year, which affected Arrows' expansion and by extension dancehall. As the country quieted down following a hotly contested election, and with the popularity of DJing in the dancehall, Arrows' sound system grew from strength to strength, with help on the mic from regulars Jamaica and Puddy Lion, also known as Puddy Roots, Born, Junior Smith, and others. Crutches and the selectors, among them Bill himself, set out to make Arrows a musical force to be reckoned with. In the late 1979, the then government in power announced that October of 1980 general election would be held. Immediately following that announcement, the guns began to bark incessantly all the way up until days after the election was over, a time best described as the time when Jamaicans lived through blood and fire. Emerging from all this after the smoke had cleared and the hashish cool was Arrows, an eagle soaring for higher heights. This time, the Arrows sight was set on taking the sound overseas. The choice in those days was the United States, England, and to a lesser extent, Canada. These were the three countries that a reggae sound system could tour and be sure of a welcome and following. These were the lands where many Jamaicans resided or visited as a getaway in all the meaning of this word. On one European and United States during the 1980s, Arrows is said to have taken the entire sound system, amplifiers, boxes, turntable and all, lock, stock and barrel, in a container. This was all in the name of taking the friendly rivalry clashes abroad to provide dancehall music lovers in those faraway lands a slice of what was taking place in Jamaica. Arrows went into the ring against several of the top sounds in the UK at that time, among them Saxon and Java. The mid-80s was a time of many electronics inventions in the world of reggae sound system. The most noted was digitally slowly replacing analog. Arrows moved along with the time by acquiring digital technology. All this work was leading up to the Arrows brand, the establishment of a recording studio, a fundamental aspect in a recording empire. Arrows Recording Company, with headquarters at 57C Windward Road, was established and registered with Company's Office of Jamaica in 1990. This was a dream of the founders Billy Arrows, steadfastly headlining the dream. Arrows Studio, as another studio giant Tubby's, became known as a dubplate studio, serving the sound's musical need as well as earning its keep as a recording studio for reggae artists, always thinking of the future as electronics technology changed, so it was acquired by Arrows. This included the important 24-track analog recording and editing. On March 4, 2004, at about 9:15 a.m., Linton parked his Ford F150 in the parking lot of the company, while he waited on fortified steel door entrance from the parking lot to be open. An assailant or assailants pounced upon Arrows and critically wounded him. Suffering from gunshot wounds to the head, he was rushed to nearby Kingston Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Arrows was 51 years old. The official police report that Arrows was slain by an unknown assailant. Case closed. In the aftermath of his killing, several theories circulated. Some said it was a contract killing, others said it was a robbery, since Linton was the owner of a licensed firearm and his killer or killers were after his weapon. However, his licensed firearm was found on him. Him grow around here and he never left East Kingston yet. He's enough man him help. Hey, at 14 years now me left my iron, but me will rise it again. It nah go so. I saw him born and grow Windward Road area. Him normally kick ball with me, and he did sponsor the community football team. People who gather around poured out their emotions for Arrows. Anyway, the legacy that Arrows left is international. Set up as entertain and serve the reggae world for over 40 years now. Throughout these years, the Arrows sound system has played a prominent role in the sound system industry, as the development of the Arrows recording studio and dubplate cutting service. Linton was noted to have been a pillar of the Eastern Kingston community, a down-to-earth person assisting many charities and community-based organizational activities, among them Boys Town Football Club. A man who made endless contribution to the area. What a producer, what a man. Phillip Linton, popularly known as Arrows, was taken away from us. He was only 51 years old. A lot of people had asked me to do the story and to do this memorial of one of the great pioneers of not just recording, but sound system operation. Mr. Arrows, you came, sir. You saw and you conquered. You're deeply missed, and my condolences to your families, friends, and associates. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Arrows' legacy, gone too soon. Please like and share this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do so. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.